What's up, guys? This is Liquid Raven. I hope you guys are doing great, and I'm coming to you with another Steam Deck video. And this video is going to be about getting any software to run on your Steam Deck, like any software, any game, any software. I have Photoshop running here and After Effects, and I even hook up a tablet, and I'm using the tablet and drawing in Photoshop. Just letting you know that it's possible and you can do this. Now, the way I do it is a bit ghetto in my point of view. It's pretty ghetto, but you know, you can get it running. Like you see, I do have Photoshop and After Effects running at the same time with minimal lag. Like there's hardly any downtime. It's pretty smooth actually. It's not too bad, to be honest. But before I go any further, I'm gonna let you guys know that there is timestamps at the bottom, so you can jump around where you want. And I guess let's just get started. We're gonna start off with my PC, actually, my personal computer. And this is it right here, my desktop computer. And these are my monitors up there. I have the ultra wide, and then I have two portable monitors. I'm not gonna get too much into it. I'll leave links below if you're interested in purchasing the monitors, but that's not too important in the making of this video. And you can see my computer. I mean, this thing is huge. This thing is huge. I can't take it anywhere with me, so it is really important to me that I can go somewhere and be able to do what I do. Anything from playing video games up to editing videos for YouTube or doing any kind of 3D work. Whatever it is, I can do it with this machine. I also wanted to be able to take this anywhere I wanted, but due to the size, I really can't. So on my monitors, you'll see that I can actually detach them. That's why I got the portable monitors. I mean, I could have got bigger monitors just for the setup alone, but it's just gonna be stuck there. It's just gonna be sitting there. So I decided that I was gonna get portable monitors for my extra monitors on top, so I can detach them whenever I want, take them with me, and set them up with my Steam Deck. Now, as you can see right now, I am detaching my monitors, and if you are interested in the setup that I use for my monitors, I'll leave all of the Amazon links that I got for the detachments, for the little arms to hold the monitors, for the monitors, everything. It's all going to be below if you are interested. And like I mentioned before, I wanted to be able to take this wherever I wanted to, and I can't really, but you know, I do travel every now and then. I'll travel, I'll go overseas, or I'll go somewhere and stay somewhere like at a hotel or something, and I want to be able to still do whatever I do. I want to play video games, I want to be able to work on social media, do whatever I need to. You know, this is just it's just not just me. There's other people out there too that I feel that they will go somewhere, they'll stay like at a hotel, and instead of, like, you know, sitting around at a hotel watching TV, you can set this up. Get your Steam Deck, set it up real quick, and you can play video games. You can hook it up to the monitor that's in the hotel room, or you can bring these monitors with you. Anything. I know it's a little elaborate setup for, like, if you wanted to go to like a Starbucks and set this up, but you know, it's possible. You can set this up. You do need a little bit of space, and I'm going to show you right now. I have a backpack where I can put everything, take it out of my backpack, set this up, and it's good to go. Now, my setup does take about 5 to 10 minutes to set up, and I am taking all the stuff you see in the video. I am taking all the stuff out of my backpack. It fits all in there, and I can take it all out, set it all up. Now, it is pretty elaborate. You can actually get even more crazy with it, but for me, this is good enough, and I am used to it. I mean, you've seen what I run, you see my computer, you see all my monitors, you know that this is just part of it. I mean, you people know, like, if you've ever been a one monitor person for the longest time, then you finally get two monitors on the same computer, and you know how what I'm talking about. If you're stuck on a flip phone and then you get to an iPhone or something with a screen on it, and you can go online and you can do all these things. You don't want to go back, sort of thing. So once you've been there, you don't want to go back. Now I know there's people out there everywhere that do different things. So like there's people that, business people that have meetings, they fly around everywhere, they go from hotel to hotel, traveling salesmen, whatever, I don't know what you guys do, driving cars, and then you guys sleep somewhere for a night or two and then go somewhere else. You can take this along with you, my setup, whatever it is. People, like even kids, go to conventions, you go to some kind of expo, some kind of convention for 2 or 3 days, and you can set this up, you know, before you go to sleep, or, you know, if in the morning when you want to buy some time. People go to theme parks, Disneyland or whatever. You don't want to sit there and watch TV, or like while you're waiting to go to the theme park, whatever, while you're at the motel or the hotel, you can set this up and you can play games, you can chat with your friends, do whatever. This is a really nice little setup that I made. Well, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna let you know that there's actually 4 ways of doing this, 4 different ways of doing this, and I'm gonna show you 2 ways, and they're the easiest ways by far. The 2 other ways are the harder ways. One of them is creating a virtual machine inside your Steam Deck, and that's partitioning part of your Steam Deck memory in order to make room for Windows and for Photoshop or for whatever you need. And the other one is to uninstall the Linux OS that it currently has in it and making a Windows-based OS, and then installing, you know, Creative Cloud and whatever program you want. So those are the other ways of doing it, which I'm not going to cover here. Those are actually the harder ways, because you actually have to uninstall or install something in order to do this. And as you can see, I am messing around with my display settings, which is one of the most important things, especially if you have multiple displays, to make sure the display settings are correct on your computer and on the Steam Deck. And yes, on the computer. So what's going to happen is you're linking your computer to your Steam Deck. That is what we're going to do. So for this to work really well, you have to make sure that the resolution for your PC is same or equal to the resolution on your Steam Deck. And if not, then you're going to have black cutoff, which you'll see in my video. You'll see cutoff on the top and bottom and the left and right because of my ultra wide monitor. So the first method I'm going to show you is going to be on the Steam Deck desktop. So as you see right now, I have Google Chrome open up right now, and what I'm going to do is go to Google Remote Desktop. So I'll leave a link on the description below on the link where this, but this is free software that is just web-based software to link your PC to another PC somewhere. So that's what we're doing. We're just remote desktoping to our PC, and we're using Google Chrome Desktop. You log in, you sign up, and then you put in a simple password to make sure that no one is like secure, and then you go to your desktop, and on your desktop you'll say turn it on, and you'll turn on the remote desktop, and then you can go anywhere else. Just make sure that your computer doesn't turn off or have an auto sleep. But you can go anywhere, and then when you're remote somewhere, you can open up your laptop or your Steam Deck and open this browser, open up a normal Chrome browser and go into the remote desktop and turn it on, and then put in the code that you put in when you first set it up with your PC, and you're linked, and you can do whatever you can on your PC now on your Steam Deck. So anything you can do on your PC, you can do on your Steam Deck, just doing this way. You're just remote desktoping. That's all you're doing. So in essence, anything that your PC can handle, your Steam Deck can handle, because you're just remote desktoping. And the lag isn't that bad. The lag that you're gonna get is normal internet lag. That's it. The stronger your internet connection is, the better this is I mean, there really is very slight lag. It is a little finicky every now and then, but it's not that bad. Now, in all honesty, I'd rather use my PC to do editing, play video games, anything, not my Steam Deck. But like I'm saying, if you're traveling, if you're going somewhere and you can't take this with you, this is like the next best thing. This is great. And you'll see I'm messing around, like you can, if you forgot for some reason you forgot to change your display settings on your PC, you can actually finick your way to, if you can click on the right button, you'll be able to go to display settings on your PC and change the display settings from the Steam Deck to match the Steam Deck. And you can drag the browser to any monitor, you can stretch it out, you can do whatever, make it fit. You do have to finagle with it just a little bit, but you get it to work, and you can have it multiple monitors and it works just fine. And if you wanted even more screen space, because it all matters, you know, when you're doing digital media, it all matters. So, you know, at the very top of every browser, you have all the different links that you have and everything, all the information on the very top. To get rid of that, you just hit F11 and it'll hide that. So you only get screen space, and press F11 to get back out of that. But F11 does it, and it gives you a little bit more screen space if you needed it. And now I'll explain to you the easiest way to do this, and you don't even need to go into desktop mode on your Steam Deck. And as you can see, I actually just hooked up my top left monitor directly to my Steam Deck. So that top left monitor is just my Steam Deck, and my right monitor is also computer monitor, and my widescreen, ultra widescreen, is also my computer. I just did this for, you know, just to make it easy, so I won't have to move the camera back and forth showing you what it is. You can see both of the screens. Now for this method, you want to hit the Steam button, go to settings, and then go all the way down to remote play. And in remote play, you must make sure that your computer is linked up to your Steam Deck. And if you have internet or Wi-Fi connection, you'll see that it says connected in green. And that's how you know you can do it. Otherwise, you won't be able to. And with this method, I'm gonna be showing you with Hunt Showdown, which is a game that you actually cannot run normally on your Steam Deck, and you also can't run it on desktop mode. This is really the only way you can run this game. And when you go to start it, on where it says play on the right hand side of it, you'll see a little drop down where you can select your computer. You select your computer, and then the play button will turn to stream, and you click it, and then it'll open up on your computer, and you'll be streaming it on your Steam Deck. So this method, you can play any game that your computer can play on the Steam Deck. It doesn't matter what it is, you can play it. The reason this game doesn't work on the desktop mode is because of the anti-cheat. If you try running it, it'll open up, and then it'll give you an error message saying that anti-cheat wasn't able to work well, blah blah blah. And the reason why is because your Steam Deck doesn't have that anti-cheat stuff, but when you install the game on your computer, then it does have that stuff. So it goes through all that, but during the checks, it doesn't see it when you're opening up on the Steam Deck. So you'll see in the video that I'm pointing out the display, the black bar below and on the sides of the display. And the reason for that's because the display on my computer is not matching the display on my Steam Deck. So you have to make sure that the computer display is set or changed to the Steam Deck or whatever monitor you have hooked up to the Steam Deck, so it will fit the monitor on that, and then it won't have that black border around the game. By now you might be asking, but this only lets you play Steam games. Oh, I can't get to my desktop software and my desktop applications. Well, that's kind of wrong. You can actually, before the game pops up, you'll see your desktop. And if you click on something on your desktop before the game fully pops up, you can stay on your desktop and do anything from your desktop. It's like a remote play, but you have access to your desktop. But keep in mind, once that game comes up all the way, you won't be able to tab out of it. If you alt tab, whatever, you can't tab out of the game. You'll close the game and then you'll close the remote play session, and Steam won't link to it anymore. So that's the way to get around it, is before the game fully pops up, you will see your desktop for a brief moment. I'd say like maybe 10 to 15 seconds. And if you click on a browser on your desktop, or if you open up an application, your game won't pop up over it, and you can do whatever you want with your PC. It's another remote desktop application. Now, the bad part about this method is that you're always going to have a video game running in the background while you're doing whatever you're doing on your computer. But if your computer can handle it, then it doesn't matter. So if you do have issues, maybe open up a game with that doesn't take up so much memory, or it doesn't do much. So just open up a small game, and before it comes up all the way, just click on the desktop or click on a window on your desktop, open up a different application so the game will come over it. Now, I did say this was pretty ghetto, and this is pretty ghetto, but at least you can do it. Now, this method, you don't need a game to be running on your PC. It can be turned off. Steam needs to be, you need to be logged into Steam, but you don't need to have a game running or even Steam open by chance. You just need to have it up in the background. With this method, you actually don't even need the game to be installed in the Steam Deck. It just needs to be installed on your PC, and you can stream it from your PC without even having to install it on your Steam Deck. I even tried to go to the options of the game and have it windowed mode, and you still have to click on something before the game, because if the game comes up and you're on window mode, you still don't see the window. It just, for some reason, the way that this software works with Steam is it just goes directly to the game, and that's all you see. You don't see your desktop, you don't see anything, you just see the game, and your game just pops up over everything. So don't think you can, well, I tried with Hunt, but I don't know if any other game will let you, but I tried windowed mode in Hunt, and it doesn't let you get out of it. You have to click on something on your desktop or open up a different application before the game fully opens up. So I'm gonna show you how the game looks like when it's not installed, because during that recording I had it installed. So now it's not installed and it wants you to install it. So it still has that drop down. I'm gonna click on that drop down menu and then click on my PC. So now once I do that, this changes to stream. I can click on it and it'll go straight to the game. There's the loading, and then right after the loading, it will show my desktop. So there's my desktop, and I can click on my desktop and start working on it if I wanted to. But if I don't, within a couple of seconds, 3, 2, oh, there it goes. So the game will pop up and it'll go over my desktop, and I won't be able to click on my desktop anymore. I have to close the game down and go again if I missed clicking on anything on the screen. So this is Hunt Showdown. Of course, it's going to take a little while to load first. There it goes. So it's loading in. I can skip past all this, and then the game will pop up. And again, this is filling my monitor, because I make sure that you change the settings on your computer. So the resolution this has to be is 1920 by 1080, and it's still that you can still see a little black bar, so it's not exact. I don't know the exact monitor size that this is. I might put it in the description below, but this 1920 by 1080 will give you this much you know, screen space without the border, and that goes the same thing for if you're doing desktop applications. So this is pretty much it. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments down below. I'll try to answer them. You know, this is, I've only begun to do this. I don't think anyone's ever done this, because I haven't seen anything about it. Like I mentioned before, I don't know if I mentioned, but I posted in Reddit, and people in Reddit were like, you can't do that, this is the only way to do it. And I figured out a way to do it without doing the other methods, the reinstalling Windows or making a virtual machine inside, you know, partitioning a part of your Steam Deck. These two methods that I found actually are pretty easy. They're pretty convenient. You don't really have to do too much. You make an account for Google if you don't have one, or if you don't even want to do that, you already have a Steam account and you just do it through Steam. The only other thing is that you need a computer. You need a good computer to run the game, and you need a good internet connection. That's it, and then you can do this. So again, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, please down below. I just started doing this, so I might have left out something. There'll be something that maybe I don't know about. You guys can mess around with it if you want, do different things with it. You know that this is possible, so you guys can do this. And leave a like at the bottom if this helped you out. I'm glad it did. I know I had a couple comments of people asking me how I did it, and they want to know, so here it is. Here's the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See you around.